Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this time, we ask that you please rise and thanks for joining us tonight, Gold. Enjoy the game.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside the accesso ShoWare Center here on MASL TV. Sean Wally alongside MASL Mata Area as we get set for Game 2 on this weekend. The Tacoma Stars and once again the Baltimore Blast. MASL last night, Baltimore out to a hot start. They got out to an early lead, but in the end, Tacoma with the 3-2 win.
Absolutely. Baltimore gets the first goal, and then the Stars come back, 3 unanswered goals. And I thought a little bit, Sean, here that Baltimore lost their composure in the third quarter, got 3 penalties, but then they refocused, came back and got that goal and made it for a thrilling finish, which means that we should have a thrilling game tonight.
3-2 last night, and you never know in this indoor soccer game what can happen. We could see a 15-14, 11-10 game.
Well, in the pregame, when you talked to the coach, he talked about that. He said, you know, both teams will tweak a couple of the strategies, and he said maybe you're going to see more fresh players. You just don't know in this dynamic, exciting indoor game.
Very special night here in Kent for the Tacoma Stars home game. It is Teddy Bear Toss night, so that's always fun.
Absolutely.
As we're waiting kickoff here, the Tacoma Stars and the Baltimore Blast. MASL so crazy. Tacoma 5-0 against Baltimore. Baltimore yet to beat Tacoma.
Well, it is what it is. You know, as we know in sports, sometimes what you have, you kind of have that it against a certain team, you know, and that is in terms of the streak that you have, and that's what we're seeing right here in terms of the Stars 5-0 against the Blast. Now look, make no bones about it, the Blast are going to come out here and they want to erase that 0-for-5 streak they have.
As both teams get set to come on out for kickoff, let's take a look at who will be on the field to start this contest for Baltimore. We've got Juan Pereira, Zonatas Melo, Julian Rodriguez, Matios Silva, Leonardo Espinoza, and Patrick Thompson on the turf for Baltimore.
Absolutely. So pretty much, well, it's the same players, and, you know, look, man, what this is about right here is these teams are going to line up, and you've got the Stars trying to impose their will to make it 2 in a row. And as I just said, the Blast want to come out early here and make no doubt about it, erase all that you they own you, that kind of thing, and that's what you're going to see with Baltimore here.
A good look at Tyler Johns, who's kicked things off here tonight on MASL TV. Thank you for joining us. A little header there in the box, easily handled by Beretta. And he has a long toss beyond midfield. Tacoma all the way in the corner. Tacoma in the whites tonight. Baltimore in that, is that orange, that burgundy? Both teams, nice colors.
And Shannon, you see right now, I mean, Baltimore's already got players in there just off the kickoff, multiple players in the box. Now they brought it back out to again try to, prod a little bit, but you can see that Baltimore's coming here offensively, that they are trying to get the ball in the corners of the boards there, maybe get kick out for a quick shot.
Baltimore's tracked it back to their defense now. To the top, ball loose, Tacoma with the takeaway. Tacoma trying to clear it, they cannot. That ball is off the nets and play will be stopped.
And that's something that Tacoma did really well last night. In fact, both teams did that, and that is to be able to play from the back against pressure from the opponent. So in this instant, it is Tacoma trying to play from the back with Baltimore coming in and applying that pressure. And so Tacoma is just kind of doing the same thing they did last night. And, this is standard for both teams at the start of the game. There's a strategy. There is something that the coaches took a look at. But the first thing you want to do, make a couple passes, make sure everybody gets a touch on the ball here, and then you begin to see if you can create some space.
Ball loose in the corner. Tacoma trying to track it down. Nearly an own goal there. But thankfully for the blast side, that did not go in. And play is stopped as we have a player down. That's a Tacoma player down on the turf. Kai Briscoe is down, and trainers are being called down to assist and attend to Briscoe. Masvita, I didn't see what happened to Kai there. Did you?
Yeah, can't really tell. It looked like he was in the box there, and then suddenly we just see him lying down there, but he's going to be okay. The bottom line here is going to be okay. He's walking off on his own, so trainer's walking him to the bench. So get us up, and then we'll I'm sure he'll be back sooner than later.
Tacoma will have a free kick. So far, no word on a penalty as Cox appears to be lining up for this free kick. Now Caceres steps in.
Caceres got some options here. Looks like he can kick it in there, or he might be able just to hit it to his left there. And Jamel Cox is waiting there. Maybe he gives him a...
Caceres sends one that's chested by the Baltimore defense. Ball in the corner and another whistle. Ball quickly back in play. That shot wide for Tacoma. Baltimore briefly kicks it out. Now Baltimore. Chad Porch hit with the Baltimore foul a moment ago. First foul of the night. And play is stopped. Eddie Na involved there for Tacoma.
So Baltimore gets a free kick here, so look for them to kind of advance the ball, pass here, pass there. And again, the strategy you're seeing in there is they're trying to get numbers in there, but the Stars, to their end, they're also trying to make sure that they keep a clean sight of vision for the goalkeeper there.
Delay a game warning on Tacoma and a first foul on Eddie Na. So both teams with a foul. Baltimore in the corner now with possession. Tacoma with the turnover, heading the other way.
Again, passing here. Tacoma Carrera is in the back, and he's kind of playing the point guard. He's moving there. And then again, as we saw last night, here comes Beretta as a point guard. He gets a nice pass in the box there, Sean.
Using the glass to their advantage. Looking for an assist from the glass there, but now Tacoma all the way back beyond midfield. As soon as I say that, they kick it into the corner.
Yeah, and the key with using the glass is what you want there is almost, you can use it as another player. That is like a wall pass.
Great pass there by Ramos, using the bottom of the foot to kick it backwards, but nobody was home for the Stars to attempt that goal. Stars have it now. Rivers has numbers. Baltimore gets back. They even it out 4-on-4 now. Hernandez, that blast won't go. Yeah, Baltimore trying to get it out.
Yeah, Rivers was playing kind of that point, center point in the middle of the Stars' attack there, but when he got the ball, he was of two minds and didn't know exactly which was the best route to take there, Sean.
Baltimore taking a second to breathe a moment and reset some action. Thompson kicks it off the wall. Thompson gets it back, just misses the right post.
Real good give and go there by the Blast and using the board as we talked about, Sean.
Baltimore. Thompson again. Can't find the back of the net. Blast looking to strike first as they did last night.
Yeah, Thompson is real active for the Blast in terms of the box there. When he gets the ball, he's holding it and then passing it and going in. That's when we talk about an active player. So you get that pass, you hang on to it, pass it off, and then run into space. And that's what the Blast are trying to do right now is you see multiple runners, multiple passes real quickly, try to establish a quick shot.
Blast back out now. A blast from the top, just over, as Chavez just missed a goal. He's got it back. Nice defense there by Tacoma. Stars trying to get to it, but they're outraced by the Blast. They send it back to
a right-handed blast there, right-footed blast there by Alejandro Chavez, and what you're seeing now, I think, is the Blast are now starting to crouch in terms of the Stars' defensive end. Now you can see there's four players in there, 3 defenders, so they're penetrating and pushing back.
Nice block there by Tacoma.
So what you need from the Stars right now is you need some ball possession. You need to get that ball back because now you're being pushed back, almost into your goal. So you need to stop one of these rushes, gain some momentum yourself, or maybe look for a counterattack here. Because the Blast are knocking on that door, and Sean, they're knocking really hard.
They've come out with a very quick sense of urgency, and here they're at the top looking for a goal, but it's blocked.
Oh, Chad Porch with that. I mean, a really, really nice shot there. He drifted to the right, took a right-handed shot, but Beretta was man on the spot with that save.
Bramus in the corner. His shot right at Beretta, who easily catches that one. Fast and furious action here in indoor soccer in the MASL.
Right, and this is what we talked about in terms of the Stars needing some kind of possession, and this is their rush, if you will, where
a hard shove by Thompson of Baltimore, sending Romero into the boards hard, but he's okay. He's up. You see him there. There will be a foul. Just a question of what they decide the call will be.
Quick burst by Romero to go down there along the boards there, and what you saw was him gain a step, and the defender had to slow him down.
Juice Cox with the free kick. Stars out top. The shot with the left foot. Blocked by Rodriguez. Blast the other way. It's a race for the soccer ball. Who's going to get to it? The Blast come away with it.
Yeah, Pereira was a break by Pereira. They just couldn't get it down. But here come the Blast again, Sean. Multiple players inside the box there. Quick passes.
Battle for it in the corner.
You like Romero playing good defense there for the Stars. We just talked about him being on the offensive end. Here is on the defensive end. So Coach Adam Becker's, likes that in terms of active players.
Jairo Guevara of Baltimore was assessed that previous foul. No score at the 7-minute mark of quarter number 1. Thank you for joining us on MASL TV on this Sunday evening. Game 2, back-to-back days, Tacoma and Baltimore.
Yeah, the Stars are lucky there, but Sean, right now the Stars are struggling early in terms of being able to play that ball out of their own end with efficiency. They're getting it. We've seen a couple times, but they've been helped by a foul, but you want to get it clean like they did last night. So sometimes it just takes a minute or two to adjust.
A big kick for Tacoma, sending the ball into their attack zone. Kale Spence with a nice shot there, but it's high.
Yeah. It was a right.
And we have immediate timeout on the field. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. And also, visit TacomaStars.com for everything Tacoma Stars related. Teams, rosters, information, tickets, schedule at TacomaStars.com. Sean Wally alongside Masvita Madeere. 6:24 and counting in quarter number 1. We're still scoreless.
Yeah.
That could change right here, and it does. The Baltimore Blast, as they did yesterday, strike first. None other than Leonardo Espinoza with the first goal.
Well, just as last night again, what happens here is self-inflicted wound. It's the steal there, and it's basically a tap-in for Espinoza. So, I mean, it's one of those things where you got to like Melo, because he was the one that was Jonatas Melo steals the ball, passes it over to Espinoza, puts the goal in. Stars are down 1-0.
Melo the assist, Espinoza his first goal of the season. And as last night was, Baltimore won, Tacoma yet to score inside 6 minutes left, quarter number 1.
It doesn't matter what sport it is, whether you're playing as a friendly, the championship, self-inflicted wounds, turnovers will always come back to haunt you, and that's what we're seeing right now. Now, what we need to see here is how does the Stars respond? Last night, it's a good response. We saw that, scoring the 3 unanswered goals. But the Blast will be looking here to get another one, continue to pressure the Stars.
Should be a foul there, and there will be. Mike Ramos of Tacoma with the push.
It's a good professional foul there by Ramos. And when I say professional, sometimes it's you will foul a player to stop the rush and give your defense time to, off the stop play, give yourself the defense time to reset, align, communicate, and get behind the ball.
Interesting. That wasn't a stoppage of play when the Tacoma Stars player got knocked down, but play continues. To the top, they send it in the corner, does Baltimore, but nobody home. Ball loose in the corner, and I believe a handball will be called there on Baltimore.
Yeah, you know, we saw that last night. We had some real good officiating crew, and we got another one today. And the key in soccer is the advantage, disadvantage. There's going to be contact in the small confines, and it's the referee's discretion, his or her discretion, on to play advantage or disadvantage.
That was Wellington Ramos with the handball. And we have a goalie down now. And they are checking on, it was Tyler John for Tacoma that ran into Rodriguez of the Blast. You see that right there. They collide.
And the two players collide. And what always happens there is anytime you get a player and the goalkeeper collide, it's going to be, the goalkeeper is going to be favored because they look at that as a player, as a unprotected player, kind of like the quarterback in football.
Well, Rodriguez appears to be okay. He just kicked that one away. Silva on offense for the Blast. Stars kick it away, but it goes right to Silva. Now the Blast in front. Racing out to block it is Beretta. Tacoma trying to clear it, and there will be a foul on Espinoza.
Beretta makes a real good save and comes out there unpromised. He came out because he had a real good look at that, and he went to his right, and so then Beretta had to come to his left, and real good save and a real good shot. Things are starting to pick up, Sean. What we're seeing now is a fast-paced game that we're looking for, just like last night.
Yeah, last night, game one of the season for Tacoma started a little slow. This one, not even close. Well, a lot of action, not a ton of scoring as of yet, but the pace is up.
Yeah, and again, both teams are hunting and both teams are looking. We saw the Blast, just like last night, they score early. The Stars clearly don't want to wait until the second half to score the first goal of their first goal.
Baltimore once again on the attack. Stars defense trying to take it away. And the whistle blows, and it will be Tacoma ball.
Real good take by Jamal Cox there, really, and it was his intervention in the play which turned the ball, got the call, and now the Stars have a rush here.
Foul there on Kayvon Frater of Baltimore. But Baltimore quickly has it right back. The ball loose in the corner. Using the boards, Baltimore gets it back.
Something to watch here, Sean. Mike Ramos is back in the game. He's a big, tall guy, and what they're trying to do, we just saw that, is when you get a big target like that, you're looking to get the ball to him inside the box.
Tacoma back on defense as Baltimore once again attacking.
And Espinoza kind of plays the same type of game. That is, you want to put a player inside the box that can play with their back right to the goal, and they can play a distributor. And then if the defender fakes for the pass, he can do a pirouette and take a shot.
Basically a double turnover right there. Tacoma had it, and then right away Baltimore gets it right back.
And you got to like well, you don't have to like it, but in terms of if you're a Blast fan, you got to like the fact that they are staying on top of the Stars. And we talked about it early. Stars are struggling a little bit in terms of carrying the ball out of their end. So I'm sure that's something the coach is trying to talk to the players, and the Stars need to adjust.
The Blast send it into the corner. Battle for it over there. Stars will take possession as they have it lone. Their defense now sends it toward midfield. Ball loose, pops up on Rodriguez. Eddie Na with the shot along the boards.
Yeah, remember Eddie
Final minute of the first quarter.
Eddie Na had 2 assists last night, so you're right. So what they're going to try to do is get the ball to him because he's a dynamic playmaker.
Baltimore had an opportunity in front, but play is stopped. A foul on the field. 42 seconds left in this one. Looks like it was a Tacoma foul as we have Baltimore ready for a free kick. Chase Hansen assists with the foul. Shot on goal, blocked by Barea. Ball loose in the corner. Look at the box out there by the Tacoma defender. Ball loose out in front. Shot on goal, blocked. And Barea able to grab it. Final 22 seconds of the quarter.
Barea with the double save. Now, Sean, let's see if the Stars can tweak one in here with less than 13 seconds left in the quarter.
Correa sends it cross field. Now Tacoma gets it into their attack zone. Final seconds of quarter number 1. And there is the horn after the first 15 minutes of play. Baltimore 1, Tacoma 0, just like we had yesterday in game 1 of the weekend. You're watching MASL. MITRE is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League. Established in 1817 when Masvito was 3, MITRE is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at mitre.com. That's MITRE.com. Welcome back inside the ShoWare Center. Sean Wally alongside MASL Madaere. After one period of play, Baltimore leads it 1-0 over Tacoma.
Yeah, see, now I gave you all that credit last night about the math and everything else, and I wasn't 3. I was actually 15 when at that time there. So I've been around for a day or two, but you know, Sean, I think the Stars, they're outshot right now 10-6, and they need to get something creative inside the box. I think that's the lacking right here, and that's something that needs to happen in the second quarter.
Well, when we look at what we saw in the first 15 minutes, it was who was attacking, who was in their offensive zone the most. Baltimore.
Yeah, and you know, and we gave Eddie credit, but it was actually Mendoza that had the 2 assists last night. But it's an easy mistake to make because both players are playing the same role. They're dynamic playmakers.
Quick chance there for Tacoma, but the ball bounced right to Rodriguez. Do you want to finish your thought?
Absolutely. You know, I was of two minds because while I was talking about the 2 players, I just noticed that the Stars suddenly now are pressing. You can notice that they're up top there, and they're using Kyle Rivers as the head of that snake, if you will, to put pressure on Baltimore and try to change the game around a little bit.
Baltimore deciding to retreat, regroup, and make some substitutions. Race to the loose ball. Baltimore has it again in their attack zone. Espinoza with that last shot. Battle for it in the corner. Beretta. Stars along the boards.
And that's an improvement, Sean, because right now, we talked about in the first quarter, the Stars were struggling to get the ball out.
Loose ball with a Tacoma bounce. That shot by Caceres off his own man.
Good things happen when you're able to carry the ball from your end.
Stars an opportunity, and they get the equalizer. We are tied at 1-1 as the Stars find the back of the net. It's Alex Caceres.
Yeah, we just talked about that, right? Good things happen when you can carry the ball from your end to the opposing end right now. And so this game is tied, but Caceres made a really, really good save on this. And what is on the pitch there?
As you can see, Teddy Bear toss night tonight at the ShoWare Center at the Tacoma Stars game. The first Tacoma goal, the Teddy Bears rain down on the field.
Well, this is one of the promo teams, marketing teams, one of the most amazing things that they do here at the Tacoma Stars game. And, you know, come on out. There's plenty of these kind of events that happen, and kind of a festive type of celebration. But to go back to, in terms of the goal here, again, you got to go back. This is what happens when you can take, I would say, the danger from your half and take it to the opposition. And anything can happen in this dynamic game of indoor soccer. Whether it's a blocked shot, whether it's a rebound shot, or whether it's something in terms of you getting a turnover. And so the key is you getting the ball out of your end and getting it to the opposition and creating danger.
And a big thank you to all the fans here in attendance that are participating in Teddy Bear Toss. But how about everybody on the field collecting those teddy bears? And MASL, weren't you supposed to be down there?
You know, I was, but I pulled my hammy as I went from the chair to the door. And so I do have a strength training, and the physio said, you know what, hold it.
Be right back. Back here inside the ShoWare Center, play started while we were still finishing that break. Foul on Chase Hansen of Tacoma gives the Blast a great opportunity right here, and they just miss wide on the free kick.
Yeah, dangerous spot there, and Omar Salaford, the Blast, took the shot there, but fortunately for the Stars, that shot.
I tell you, if there's a will, there's a way. That ball able to find its way between the net and the glass to leave the field of play.
Well, a good break for the Stars here, because you know what? The thing with that penalty, I mean, the infraction there, that's another self-inflicted wound there. You do not want to give up those kind of fouls.
Tacoma had an opportunity there, but the mishit sending that ball up into the net.
Yeah, to finish that thought there, Sean. Yeah, you really want to be careful, just in terms of, not careful, but if you want to win the game, self-inflicted wounds, whether you're giving up the ball or you're fouling in your area, are going to be really. They'll come back to haunt you. Always have, always will.
Hernandez thrown to the turf for the Stars, and Wellington Bramus hit with the foul.
And again, you're seeing the Stars trying to get the ball, carry the ball from their mid, from their own dangerous goal box over to the mid. And they've improved a little bit, but it's still not clean in terms of going from back to front. They're getting now the ball to the middle of the field, which is an improvement. But as you can see right now with the Blast, if you look, you see how quick their passes are and their quick movements. And that is a strategy in terms of what you're doing, is you're passing and shooting, passing and shooting, passing and moving, I should say. And that's exactly what you're seeing here. And what that does when you're doing that, it scrambles the defense. The Stars right now have to communicate and
ball in close. The Blast had an opportunity, but the ball rolled right in front of the goal.
Yeah, in fact, Sean, it rolled right in between the wickets of Beretta there, and he was able to track it, and that's what good goalkeeping will do. You track the ball all the way through.
Takedown there, no whistle, play continues.
Yeah, really great defense there. And we talked about a little bit about Logan Jones. And when you get a big body in there defensively, he can help you in terms of get you out of trouble just like that. Tacoma
had an opportunity, but choosing to retreat, regroup, and make a substitution. 10:40 left in the half. Knotted at 1. Here at the ShoWare Center in Kent, Washington. MASL action on MASL TV. Let's look at Caceres for Tacoma. Cross to Correa. Correa back to Caceres now. Mendoza. Caceres, the big kick into the corner.
Yeah, you know what? Pretty good rush there, but you pass the ball back and forth, and what the Stars were looking for was, after going kind of, circling around the mixer there, they're looking for Kyle Rivers, but to no avail.
Foul on Baltimore's Kevin Frater, his second. And we have a Stars player down, holding his leg, now getting up gingerly, but still play continues.
And the dynamic of indoor soccer, as you can see right there, the Blast weren't waiting around for that. They turned that over real quickly.
Blast with a good opportunity. Shot from Chavez off the Stars, and it goes to Beretta.
And that's what's great about this game, Sean. I mean, it's just the end-to-end in terms of the dynamic. And now what you're looking for, what you're seeing here right now, is Tyler John is trying to go deep on the corner there, hang on to the ball, and then maybe try to find somebody across the goal mouth there. And so That's the key. The adjustment the Stars have made right now is they're going back and forth, passing it to each other. And a shot, and they score! Nestor Hernandez with the left-footed shot.
Tacoma takes the 2-1 lead at the 8:57 mark. You said it, the left-footed shot up into the corner of the net.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I was just talking about, Tyler John going deep inside the glass there. And so, real good job of getting it out there. And then, man, Hernandez with that left-footed Holzer that just went on the top corner. Fantastic goal and a way to take the lead. And what I mean by way to take the lead is in terms of being opportunistic. Now, what we're going to try to see here is how does the Blast respond, Sean? Are they going to be able to?
It was Mike Ramos with the goal. His second of the season. He had one last night.
Oh, wow. So take nothing away from the left-footed shot of Mike Ramos. There you go.
Tacoma on top 2-1 after the Ramos goal. We talked about it early that it was only 3-2 yesterday. That's a low-scoring affair. And so far here tonight, there's Bramus with another foul.
Well, the coach talked about it. He wanted the resiliency, and he wanted his players to be confident. And, again, we're seeing that just in terms of they were down 1. They come back and score 2 in a row. But, he talked about it. I want my players to be out there, to be confident, and to know that the system is working well.
Bramus already 3 fouls for Baltimore. That'll be something to definitely keep an eye on as this game continues. Tacoma looking for more, and they get it. A goal from the corner, Nestor Hernandez.
Well, there you go. I was one goal a little too early, but all we know is this. All right, Hernandez gets his goal, and now the Stars lead 3-1. And if we take a look at this time, you know what? It's just a deft little touch in there. He's in front of the keeper. He gets that. Hernandez gets there, and then just, all right, they're going to give it to Hernandez. You got to like him taking that shot.
I'm not sure what.
Well, the reason why I stuttered a little bit because Tyler John was in front of the keeper there, but he didn't touch it because some players will kind of take the goal away from the opponent. But either way, the Stars lead 3-1. We'll kind of have to see what the official scorekeeper will say here.
I'm not sure what Julian Rodriguez in goal was looking at. He turned and watched that ball go by him, so he must not have seen it. Yeah. Stars take the lead 3-1. We've got a timeout on the field. 7:56 remaining. Stars lead it 3-1. Media timeout has been announced. Stars lead it 3-1 here on MASL TV. Back after this. $7:56 left in this one here, second quarter. Thank you for joining us on MASL TV. Sean Wally with Más Vida Madre Aire. 3-1, the Tacoma Stars have burst onto the scene.
Well, it was just like last night in terms of the unanswered goals. That is, you give up the opening goal to the Blast, and then you get your goals from Alex Caceres, from Jamal Cox. We saw that just as a start to tie it up, and then the Stars double their lead on Michael Ramos' goal from Alex Caceres. So he's got a goal and an assist. And as one of the senior members on this team, and the coach talked about this last night, that he's looking for that blend of young guys and also veteran. And might be a foul here, Sean.
Jairo Grivera for Baltimore with the takedown.
About to take that in. Right now, shoved him, brother. Just put him 2 hands on his shoulders, and
his second foul of the night. Baltimore with possession, but Tacoma trying to trap them. Ball gets loose midfield. Baltimore has it. Tacoma player taken down at the boards. No whistle.
Right. So you've got what, 7 minutes here. The next 2-3 minutes are critical. All minutes are critical, but what I'm saying by that is the Blast are going to look right now to try to tie this game before going into the break. Plenty of time left, but if you're the Tacoma Stars, doing what you're doing right now, that is playing good man-to-man defense. Don't lunge. Keep your position. Keep your man in front of you. Ball between him, and then just as they're doing now, you get possession and look for the nice passing, controlled possession, but you're still trying to score here, Sean.
Romero has it for Tacoma. He doesn't have numbers, so Tacoma wants to reset. In front of the benches. Ball comes near side midfield. Romero back to Caceres. Tacoma into the attack zone. Eddie Na. Na in a battle. And they're going to say the ball goes back to Baltimore. Eddie Na hit with the foul, his second. Ball loose, and a foul will be called on Baltimore there. And a blue card being issued.
Yeah, it looks like Keba Freda from Baltimore just hit him on the back of the head. Let's take a look. Stars players down right now. Yeah, I mean, it was just from the back. And not able quite to see the play, but we'll see. We'll give him a moment as he gets up here.
31
and there you go. It looks to be for the Stars. That's Chase Hansen, the defender, who slowed it to get out, but he looks to be okay. But you know, he got hit in the back of the neck, and then you know that's a dangerous area. Anything from the shoulder up, Sean. Most of the officials are going to stop that, make sure the player's okay. So, as you said, it's a 2-minute advantage here.
2-minute power play for the Stars. They're already up 3-1. They could go up 4-1 here in this 2-minute power play.
Opportunity, to your point here, to kind of expand your lead right before half. It's still 5 minutes, but a really good opportunity here.
Stars into the corner. Romero out top now. Left-hand shot. Nice block by Rodriguez.
Great shot by Alex Caceres, who's been active this whole game with the assist and the goal, Sean.
Eddie Na. Out top, the Stars go to Mendoza. Into the corner, the shot. Rodriguez there to stuff it. Baltimore comes away with it. They're back the other way across midfield. It's a foot race. Great slide tackle by Mendoza.
Yeah, Mendoza made a great slide tackle, but I thought the follow-up by Jamal Cox was even better.
able to corral that. And back come the Stars with 4:30 left in the second quarter. Stars in the corner, Romero. Out top they go. It's Cox to Caceres, and Baltimore has beaten the power play.
Yeah.
Both teams at full strength.
And, you know, it's not the worst of things. You know, you want to score in the power plays, but, again, sometimes when you're holding a 3-1 lead, you just killing those 2 minutes and getting closer to halftime is really what, you know, the critical thing and what you want to do. If option one would be to score a goal.
3:51 and counting left here in the first half. We are 1 goal shy from hitting our goal total from last night, a 3-2 Tacoma victory. Beretta kicks it to midfield. Tacoma able to come up with the ball. That's Correa. And a foul will be called on Correa.
Right. So if you're the Stars, what you're going to try to do here is play this out. Possession. See if you can't nick a goal there. And if you're the Blast, what you're looking for is the absolute flip that script, get a quick goal here.
A very late whistle as 2 players tangle up there. It was Briscoe for Tacoma. He's most likely going to be hit with a foul here. Will it be common or a card? Officials grabbing a microphone.
Going to see if they're going to challenge here.
Tacoma 24, 2 minutes tripping, power play.
Yep, absolute power play, and he went into Jaime Thomas there, and the ref deemed that Carly Briscoe going into there was excessive in terms of when he came in. So if we look at it again, he's coming up there, and then you see the left. He gets the ball with his right leg, but it's the left leg that clatters into Jaime Thomas there, and so that's where the tripping comes from.
Advantage Baltimore for 2 consecutive minutes, 2 of our final 3, and they've got a chance right there. They miss just off the left post. Baltimore, 1-1 back right there. They don't get it, but they still have possession. Baltimore in the corner. Tacoma trying to hold serve, and we have a goal just in under the top bar. The goal scored by none other than Pereira. Juan Pereira makes it 3-2, Baltimore within 1. Another look at it. Stars on defense. They don't have numbers, of course. The power play, the advantage to Baltimore. Baltimore works the ball around, and they're getting the ball up above where Beretta can get to it. And it's 3-2, the Blast within 1. 3-2 Tacoma. 2:23 left in the half. As many goals in the first half as we saw all of last night. This was our final score for Stars' season opener and the home opener last night. Battle for the ball along the boards. Tacoma across midfield, looking to attack. They want a goal back. Nice job in front, and they get their 4th goal of the night, and it's Mike Ramos again for the Stars. Great reaction from Ramos and his teammates. Another look at it. Ramos, some nifty footwork, the left foot, and it did get touched by a player and the goalie, Rodriguez. The Stars don't touch it, so the goal does go to Ramos. Okay, they are saying Tyler John deflected it, so Ramos gets the assist. John gets the goal for his first of the season, 4-2 Tacoma. 6 goals. We're not even through the half. We only had 5 last night, and almost another one there. Shot, glove save by Beretta. Final 90 seconds of an action-packed half here at the ShoWare Center. Tacoma blasts it over half the field. Romero into the corner, ball comes out. Baltimore down 2. They would like another goal before halftime. Baltimore scored 2 the entire contest last night. Final minute of the first half. Baltimore into the corner. 2 Tacoma defenders there. Correa with it. Now Eddie Knott takes it away. Now he loses it. That shot off the top by Espinoza. Tacoma gets it in the corner. They need to get it away from their own goal. Whistle blows. Looks like a foul will be on Jamie Thomas of Baltimore. His first foul. Final 30 seconds of the half. Beretta way out of the box for Tacoma. Can the Stars add one more in the next 17 seconds? Sean Wally here with you. Masvita Madieri is down on the field, awaiting a walk-off head coach interview at halftime. 5 seconds from halftime. Ball's blasted in the air and the horn sounds. And that is how the half will end. More goals in the first half than we saw last night. Tacoma leads it 4, Baltimore 2. As we head to halftime here on MASL TV. Tacoma, the 2-goal lead, 4-2, 6 goals scored here in the first half. That's one more than we saw all of last night. A lot of action here in this first half. Tacoma on top, 4-2. Baltimore had 2 goals all of yesterday in the game 1. Now they have matched their total from last night. Tacoma's already 1 goal higher than they had last night in the 3-2 victory. Teams head to the locker room. It's a 4-2 Tacoma advantage. A lot of great action, more urgency from both teams here in this one in this first half.
All fans send that down to the field.
All right, Coach, so
we'll send it down to Masvita, who's with Coach Adam Becker.
The lead right now, but what's going to be the message going to the dressing room?
Message is going to be to wake up a little bit, right? We started slow, the passing was off, we weren't really pressing, we weren't really sticking to the game plan we had, right? So now it's like, okay, you went down, we battled back, we've got the lead, let's reorganize, get right back to the game plan, and keep doing what we're doing.
You did get 4 goals today.
Yes,
Way
sir.
more than yesterday. What do you say?
Yes, sir. That's what I was telling the boys here. It's like it took you 4 quarters to get to 3. You're at 4 going into half. That's a positive, right? Let's stick together and let's go get some more.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Masvita, and thank you, Coach Adam Becker.
Thank you, Masvita and Coach Adam Becker. Locker room, and it's halftime. Back after this on MASL TV. Shoot! He scores!
How goes it, folks? This is MASL in 5, back for another week. Hope everyone is doing great. Things are heating up across the league, and there are some big matchups happening this weekend. I've only got 5 minutes to fill you in, so let's get to it.
Chiles. I doubt DeLima wants to be a footnote in Chiles' history. Will he be the goalkeeper to make the save? Chiles, welcome to the 300 Club, Craig Chiles. Craig Chiles, take a bow. You needed 2 goals to get to 300. You had 2 goals today. You now have 300.
Say it ain't so. Craig Chiles, the legendary captain of the San Diego Sockers, has announced he will retire at the end of this season. Jeez, isn't there anything more for you to do, Craig? You're only the all-time leading scorer in soccer's history with 6 championships under your belt. I jest, of course. What a career. Last season, he surpassed the 500 career goal mark. The Sockers will honor Chiles with a bobblehead giveaway on Alumni Night on February 7th. What a career Chiles has had. That being said, him and his boys weren't too happy last weekend. They took on the Milwaukee Wave at home and dropped their 2nd consecutive game to start the campaign, falling 8-4. Milwaukee looked great, but when was the last time San Diego started a season 0-2? If you know the answer, please let us know. Kansas City, the Comets, were flying high heading into Baltimore after sweeping St. Louis in 2 games to start the season, but
can't touch it. Here comes Thomas. Thomas in on a break. Thomas. Oh, the miscue off the restart. Jamie Thomas makes him pay.
The Blast was utterly dominant in their home opener, beating up on the Comets 11-3. Who saw that coming? Baltimore definitely opening some eyes around the league. Utica City had their season opener hosting the Comets the next day, and for a while, it was looking good for the boys in blue in this one.
Transition for Tyson Santos. Great ball ahead to Gerson. Gerson scores! And he celebrates a 2-0 lead.
They would stretch that lead to 3. The Blues were up by 2 with 2 minutes left, but they couldn't lock it down. Casey tied it in the dying moments, and then Rion Marquez ripping the beauty home right there in overtime as the Comets avoid a disastrous weekend with the overtime win. Your updated scoring leaders after 2 weeks: Zach Riggett on top with 8 points. Teammate Andoreo second with 6, tied with Rion Marquez. Charlie Gonzalez entering the conversation with 5 points. And new KC Comet Dom Francis adapting to his new surroundings with 5 points as well. A couple of big matchups to tell you about for this weekend. The first meeting of the season between KC and Milwaukee takes place. Old school MASL rivals. And after the Waves' dismantling of San Diego and the Comets getting smoked by Baltimore, this game could be an early indicator as to where the balance of power lies in the league this year. Also, those Blast will be in Tacoma for 2 games. It'll be our first look of the season at the Stars. How will they handle the hot starting Baltimore, and how will they fare after the departure of superstars Nick Pereira and Chris Toth? We shall soon find out. And your players of the week have been announced. In goal, Willie B from the Milwaukee Wave. Rion Marquez offensively from the KC Comets, and from Baltimore, Chad Porch getting the defensive honor. Let's start with Marquez, who was massive in their comeback win over UCFC. 3 goals, including the overtime winner, which we're about to show you in just a moment. Chad Porch, big in Baltimore's win over Comets the day before. 2 goals and 1 assist for the reigning MASL Rookie of the Year. And in goal, Willie B. Great in the Waves win over San Diego. Good ball dispersal throughout the game, and also he made the big saves when necessary, stopping 10 of 14 shots. Time now for your plays of the week.
2:20 left in the half. Charlie rips it in! Charlie!
Mijanovic had a shot into the wall earlier. This time lays it off, shot fired, what a save! Wilkin double, triple off the wall, and Utica City block it away. All on the defensive side of the ball. Pinal, little roulette, double roulette. Pinal, here's Gerson. That's the assist of the year. Gerson scores, but how about Junior Pinal?
Tackle there by Mijanovic. Oh, Reagan with the deflection, big save. Rodriguez says no again.
The way he kept it alive, tipped by Gonzalez, and that's the assist to Bennett. IB.
Looking long with the throw. Great throw from Ejimadu. Marquez scores! A shorthanded game winner for Kansas City, who win 8-7.
And that's all the time we've got for today. But just a reminder, all throughout the season, to stay up to date with everything that's going on in the Major Arena Soccer League, be sure to check out the league's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Back here again for the Coaches Show. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sean Wally alongside who else? Tacoma Stars head coach Adam Becker. Coach, what a game last night. You've had a night to review it, think about it, digest it. What was last night for you?
Last night was everything, right? It gives the team confidence that the game plan worked, confidence that, we've had a long preseason. We didn't really know our identity yet, and everything kind of gelled, came together, and clicked. I've watched the game back twice now since last night, and, I thought we looked really good sticking to the game plan.
A 3-2 win for Tacoma over Baltimore on Saturday night. First half, a bit of a feel out each other, and the second half was night and day for you.
Yeah. So the first day, it was kind of like you guys said on the stream, it's kind of like a boxing match. Guys just kind of filling each other out, testing the waters, going in with no goals at halftime. We had to readjust and just reaffirm to the team that, hey, you're doing what you need to be doing. Don't let the frustration of no goal being there yet take away from our play. Like, stick to it. It's going to come, and when it does, we'll find a way to win.
Getting set for the same two teams tonight on this Sunday. Tacoma hosting the Baltimore Blast again. The great thing about this game, you never know what you're going to get in fast-paced action of indoor soccer. 3-2 last night in Tacoma's favor. This one, we could see 15-14.
That's the cool thing about the MASL. Every team in this league is good, and you never know, home or away. It can go either way. It could be 3-2 last night, and it could be 7-5 tonight. Who knows what they bring. Do we stick to the same game plan? Do we bring in fresh legs because we're at home and we have that ability? Only time will tell, but we'll see.
What do you tell the team tonight heading into match number 2 against Baltimore?
Just enjoy it, right? Have a little bit of confidence coming in from last night that you could perform, you could win at home. Just know that the game plan worked. Trust yourself, trust the system and your teammates, and let's go get another 3 points.
Coach, your team 1-0. Good luck at moving to 2-0 tonight over Baltimore.
Thank you, sir.
It's the Coaches Show with Adam Becker. Back here inside the ShoWare Center at halftime, Sean Wally with Masvita Madayere as we take a look at some highlights from half number one. Fast, furious action, a lot of scoring, 6 goals combined.
All right, so what are we looking at? There we go. That's a shot right there. A good save, Barrero. And then what you're seeing here, and this was the first of the blast goal, and it was a turnover. Espinoza at 8:41. And again, we talked about the self-inflicted wounds here, and that really is, Coach talked about this, say, we got to wake up. And then, so, you know what, in turn, Tacoma also ties the game on this one. A great shot there. Caceres with another left footer. You see this? Boom. And a left-footed shot over there. And then
just a lot different from last night, almost the reverse.
It is, and so Michael Cross here gets this one, and the Stars take a 2-1 lead. So he's going down there, and you've got to see what happens when you advance and you opportunistic in the box, you will score, and that's what Coach is looking for here. Stars take the 3-1 lead here, and this is off Lester Hernandez, another right-footed shot. If you notice, these shots are all coming from the corner of the box, right-footed, and there we go.
I really think Rodriguez there had to be, he didn't have a line of sight.
Yeah, and so then
Baltimore
the Blast go ahead and make it 4-3 here. I mean 3-2, and in terms of Coach wasn't really happy about this. 4-2, and that is Juan Pereira, and he got the assist from Marco Nescienta, and this goal here by Tyler John gives, see, beautiful goal because he's got the ball on his right, takes it from his right leg to the left, and in that it freezes the defender. The goalkeeper's not really sure what to do on that, and then a well-executed shot there by...
It was Ramos, but then they say it deflected off of John.
Well, either way, what you like about...
Ramos did all the work, bottom line.
Right, so what you like about that, he absolutely did in terms of moving the ball, moving the defender, and then freezing the goalkeeper there. So that's where we're at in terms of getting ready to start the second half here, 4-2. So some takeaways in terms of what we saw there. When the game got fast-paced, and the coach talked about this at halftime, and he said, hey, we got to wake up, we got to be ready, and then we just have to continue the momentum.
Fans, MASL TV is the place for everything MASL soccer, including everything Tacoma Stars. Thank you for joining us on this Tacoma Stars matchup against the Baltimore Blast. 2 games in 2 nights. So far, all smiles for the Stars.
Well, it is, and I don't know. I think it smiles for the fans. I'm not so sure it smiles for the players because, again, the coach was, and that's good coaching. He's not really completely happy. He likes the fact that they have the lead, but he's not completely happy in Baltimore getting those 2 goals. So it's a cautious optimism when you're coming out of the second half here, going into the second half.
Already 6 goals in this one. 1 more than we had all of last night. Tacoma in the lead 4-2 as the third quarter gets underway. Ball rolls to Rodriguez. He's able to corral it, heave it upfield. Tacoma has it, and they're coming back into their attack zone across midfield. Baltimore in possession along the boards, trapped. Edina to Ramos.
This is how you'd expect the second half to start. I mean, 4-2, so the team that's down the 2 goals is going to come out pressing, and the team that's up with the 2-goal lead is going to try to be very intentional in terms of stay compact, and then when you get the ball, play it out with precision, and that's what you're seeing at the start. 1 minute into the third quarter here.
Quick substitution already for Baltimore. Sela has it taken away, now gets it back. Ball loose. An opportunity out top for Baltimore. Can they make something happen? Point blank, good save there by Beretta.
Great save by Beretta just on the shot, and then he really saved that with his right knee. If you right thigh, really, really important save. And how you make that save is you have to be quick. Take a look at that shot being made, and you try to close out the goal. Important save there.
Thomas with it for Baltimore. 2 minutes gone by in the third quarter. A 4-2 Stars lead. Baltimore has never beaten Tacoma. Tacoma 5-0 against the Blast. Bramus centers it, sliding, unable to get to it.
Yeah, that's a sign of intent there by the Baltimore Blast.
Ooh, did he get hit in the face? Matius Silva going to be hit with a foul as Briscoe hit the deck for Tacoma. And the official will give us an answer here.
32, 2 minutes, contact above the shoulder. 32, Baltimore.
A blue card assessed to Silva of Baltimore for contact above the shoulder.
Yeah, so what happens there so what happens is, in terms of the play, anytime you go up there above the shoulder, any type of contact, whether it's the elbow that you throw or whether it's a swing of the arm and you hit somebody in the face, that is deemed contact above the shoulder, and then it warrants a 2-minute penalty.
Briscoe, hopefully he's okay, because that was an elbow to the face. Stars with a man advantage. They lead it 4-2, and they have a 5-4 advantage on the field. Shot from out top from Caceres is high. Stars get it back to Beretta, and they regroup.
And remember, this is the Stars' second power play opportunity. The last one expired without much fanfare, and so I'm sure they talked about it. Some halftime adjustments were made, some strategic changes were made in how they can get a couple shots off, if not a goal, in terms of when you're up a man. And so what you're seeing now is the plant of what you're putting there is you're putting Mike Ramos in the middle, and you're going to try to get the ball to him, Sean, and what you try to do is either whether he can turn or whether he can pass it off.
Inside the final minute of the Stars power play. Caceres had a hard shot that was high earlier in this power play. Can the Stars capitalize? I'm going to have most likely a common foul. Mike Ramos, his second foul of the night.
Now, the counterpoint to what we were talking about in terms of the Stars attacking, if you're the Blast, you're putting Marco Nascimento in there, also along with Jamir Thomas, and they're bracketing so that there's no passes that are going in the middle of the box.
Final 30 seconds of the Stars power play. With 4 minutes gone by in quarter number 3, and the Blast an opportunity, shot just wide. Melo was there, but he shot it wide of the post.
Well, that's always kind of the danger, you know, when you have a power plays, is that you don't want to overcommit because there is enough space there for a counterattack.
5 seconds left in the Stars power play. Nascimento commits a foul.
Yeah, it looked like it ball bounced off the turf and hit his hand there,
Handball,
Sean.
correct.
Baltimore Blast is back to full strength.
And Baltimore kills the power play. Both teams at full strength. Baltimore racing up the boards. Tacoma defense collapsing. Player hits the turf, no whistle. Stars send it back to Beretta in goal.
Yeah, I'm looking for an outlet pass there from the Stars, and they were trying to find Yamir Romero on the wing there. So again, we talked about this, we'll always will quite a bit, the goalkeeper being a point guard and being a distributor there. But what you want that long pass to be executed, that is to the player, to the feet of one of your players.
Beretta with the big kick. Baltimore intercepts it. Baltimore could use a goal. They trail by 2, 4-2 Tacoma. Baltimore sends it back towards midfield. Baltimore substitutions, fresh legs onto the field.
I would say the same needs to be done for the Stars here as we going to take a break in terms of the action on the field for a quick moment. They're laboring. What I'm seeing right now, Sean, is the Stars are laboring. They're chasing the ball. Legs are getting heavy. So you want some substitutions coming in there, I would, for the Stars.
Stars don't have numbers, but they use the boards, send it off. And the ball is kicked up into the net by Baltimore.
Yeah, Tyler John made a real nice move down there on the flat. Is that he's dribbling the ball on his right leg. He's a little bit of a shimmy shake there. Gets a shot in there. Now what you're going to have is they're going to get a free kick after this timeout.
8:58 left in the third quarter. 4-2 Tacoma, and officials are talking things over.
All right, so
Tacoma takes a timeout.
Nah, that speaks to what I was saying. That's a real brilliant timeout, because what you were seeing here is the Stars laboring. They were chasing, they were heavy-legged. And Beretta talked about it going, the coach talked about it going to halftime. He said, you know what, I want my team to wake up. I want them to play well. Great opportunity, because here's what you can do with this timeout. You can talk about gathering and everything else, Sean. The other thing is you can talk about how you can execute this free kick.
That's exactly what most likely they are discussing, is how they want to play this free kick from the top.
Yeah, you get 2 for 1 on the timeout, if you will. You know what I mean? So, the real good timeout, strategic, and to your point, Baltimore is going to try to get a goal. But on the other hand, if you're the Stars, you get another goal and you expand that lead, partner.
Baltimore's blocking line in place after the Tacoma timeout. Caceres appears to be set to take this free kick. You see Eddie Na right by the goal. 2 of his Stars teammates, bottom of the screen. Na in motion. Just a little tap by Caceres, but the whistle blows first. Could hear players and coaches yelling, "For what?"
Well, I think what the Stars have here is Eddie Na stays even by the backboard there, and right before they get ready to take it, he's supposed to go in that line, and I think there was encroachment by the Stars.
Caceres passes the shot off the boards. Nothing doing there for Tacoma, but they maintain possession. Mendoza has it for the Stars. Back out top, all the way. Caceres now. Off the wall, Caceres has it. Trying to play keep away from Baltimore. Romero back to Caceres. 8:23 left, third quarter. A big boot into the corner by Tacoma off the glass. Baltimore sends it up into the air. Jones has it. Eddie Na now. Eddie Na retreating. It was interesting there. Did you notice Caceres kind of put his hands up like, what are we doing?
Right. And great insight, Sean, because what that is, there's a little bit discombobulation in terms of exactly are we playing kind of pass and holding on to possession, or are we trying to penetrate a shot in terms of moving forward? So that's where that comes from, Sean, that, I'm a little confused. What are we doing here, Sean?
It seemed like he didn't know what the plan was or what the play call was.
Yeah.
But Baltimore streaking the other way. 2-on-2 now for the Blast. That shot is just wide of the goal by Nascimento. Baltimore had an opportunity, couldn't take advantage. Baltimore getting active in their attack zone. Can they get one goal closer? Tacoma has it back. Now Baltimore comes away with it. Seal of the shot wide.
It's a heck of a save right there for Beretta, Sean. I mean,
And Baltimore from the top with the right foot gets one closer. It's To the fourth quarter. After 3 quarters of play, Baltimore 4, Tacoma 4. What a period by Baltimore. 3 goals.
Yeah, I mean, you're down. You score.
Break, Masvita. It's 4-4 on MASL TV. A look at all the mini balls. One of the fun things here at a Tacoma Stars game, the mini ball toss. If you toss the ball inside a vehicle that rolls in and off the field, you win prizes, Masvita. How's your arm?
Is that why they call it the mini ball toss here?
Well, I thought it was because you could throw a mini ball.
Look, my arm is fine. It was my hamstring. Remember you asked me before about going over there on the teddy bear pickup? And so I just want to tell everybody I did some icing. All is well right now. And now you want to talk about my rotator cuff. Good man. But, yes, my arm is okay. And, you know, Sean, just so we take a quick break before the action here, I'm always impressed by the support staff and the little homies that are out there grabbing the mini ball and the teddy bears, and you know it's a good sight.
A lot of work for the field crew and putting the kids to work, picking up the mini balls and the teddy bears.
I mean, and you can see the little homie right there
waving to the players. Look at all the kids out there right now.
Yeah. I can't tell he or she, but that player and down the road.
Great fun entertainment here in the MASL. Thank you for joining us on MASL TV. Sean Wally alongside Masvita Madayere. We've got a whole new ball game.
I don't think he wants to leave.
4-4 the score.
Good for him. Well, as you were, right? 4-4. 0-0, 4-4.
15 minutes to decide this one. Can Baltimore finally defeat Tacoma, get the monkey off their back?
Can the Tacoma Stars keep that 5-game winning streak?
$15 minutes left to decide this one.
Yeah, so what, we saw in the third quarter there that the Stars were a little bit laboring and they're a little slow of foot and lacked creativity and just lacked energy. I'm sure there was discussion from the coach about that just about now, and you can see it now, right? Hold the ball for 1, 2, 3 seconds, pass it, move. Hold the ball 1, 2, 3 seconds, pass it, and move. And what you're looking for, you're trying to create space and find some pockets in the Baltimore defense so you can get some shots.
Tacoma with possession. The next goal will be a big one. Somebody will take the lead. Eddie Na in the corner, using the boards, but right there is Rodriguez. Catches that like a champ.
Yeah, I like the boldness, the courageousness of Eddie Na there, but he might have looked to his right there. He had a player that was open, but easy for us to say when we're sitting up here in slow motion. But I do like the way that Stars are coming out here. Sean, they're attacking, and they're looking to be goal dangerous.
Baltimore, their first attack attempt here in the fourth. No whistle there. Eddie Na tripping up a member of Baltimore. That would be Chavez, who hit the turf. No whistle. Tacoma trying to stay in their attack zone. Again, no whistle. They're letting the teams play here in the fourth. Tyler John hits the field.
I like it. Good officiating, you know, and we've seen that all game. Just let the game develop by itself, you know.
Ooh, a risky play by Beretta, choosing to chase after the ball, leave the net. It worked out this time.
Yeah, you know what? The best ref games are the ones that you can, you know, we don't have to talk about the officiating, but I wonder if Beretta is laboring a little bit on that play, Sean, when he came out to make that save. He's twitching his left arm there.
Baltimore point blank, but Tacoma able to have stalwart defense. John doesn't have numbers. He circles back, trying to maintain possession.
Yeah, to your point, that was absolutely Nestor Hernandez. He stopped that Baltimore play on a dime. I mean, his foot just deadened the ball there, and that stopped the attack for the moment.
Ramos putting the moves on. Into the corner, the shot goes off Rodriguez. Ball skies into the air. Comes down loose off the glass and goes into the Baltimore bench.
They've had more looks at goals and more shots on goal to start this quarter right now, right inside, but you want to go 3 minutes here. And so, again, I like it. I mean, they're looking for the goal. They're looking to be goal dangerous. They're looking to create opportunities. And they're not dilly-dallying with the ball. You know, they're just passing it around and moving.
Jones with it for Tacoma. Trying to find Ramos, but Baltimore has other plans. A big kick by Pereira into the corner. But Tacoma able to get it to their keeper. And Beretta gives it back to the Stars.
And then his arm looks to be fine from our previous play.
Stars with it along the boards. 4 minutes gone by here in the final period. Caceres. Stars at midfield. That's Jones. To Eddie Na. Stars not yet across midfield. Caceres back to his keeper. And the whistle blows. Not sure why.
Back pass. It's going to be Baltimore free kick.
Wow, this could be huge. A Baltimore free kick from the top. Can Beretta come up big? .10:35 left here in the fourth. It's 4-4. Tie game. Who can take the advantage?
We saw this earlier with the Stars.
60 seconds out on Baltimore.
When they had a similar situation where they had a free kick right at the top spot there, and they called a timeout. And we had discussed how it's a double bonus, if you will. That is, you're going to talk about, hey, here's how we want to execute this free kick. But it also gives you some time in terms of your strategy here with about 10 minutes left in the game.
Bongo drums up on the video board. That is why you see the fans drumming. 2 bongos. Fans catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV, on YouTube, and CBS Sports Galazzo Network. Alex Bastavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. That's MASL Monday every Monday night.
You know who that is right there?
Gloria Estefan.
And the what?
Miami Sound Machine, boy.
Attaboy. There you go.
You know, I don't know if Julian Reinhardt, our spotter, would have known that.
I don't know. I wouldn't put past that young man. He knows quite all. And
he knows a lot, but he shook his head. Nope.
He knows a lot about baseball too, right? So, anyways, just glad to have him up here helping us because we need a lot of help.
Melo starts the free kick, and a kick save by Beretta saves the day for Tacoma.
Yeah, he was Johnny on the spot. Beretta, and just in terms of right-footed kick save there, and
Baltimore's foul assessed to Chad Porch, his second. So Tacoma streaking, looking for that 5th goal, and they just missed it, just wide. What a shot by Romero.
Yeah, Romero was going down the lane there, and his left-footed blast just skidded off the far right post there.
Adrian Correa for Tacoma hit with a foul. 10:13 left here in the ShoWare Center in Kent, Washington, the home of the Tacoma Stars here in the MASL. Indoor soccer's finest. Baltimore an opportunity there. Tacoma denies it, but now the ball loose. Tacoma nowhere near it, and a shot and a score. Baltimore takes the lead. It's Jairo Guevara.
Yeah, I am slow-witted to speak here because we're watching this over and over, this almost a nightmare, like Freddie Nightmare. And what I mean by that is it's another turnover, and he touches it with his left foot just to give him a little space and frees the defender. Watch his touch right there. Bam. And then right-footed, left-footed shot, if you will. And, I mean, Beretta, he knew nothing about it. And anytime there's a turnover, he can't.
Beretta was late seeing it, late to move. So I wonder if his vision was blocked as well.
Shot. It's always tough for a goalkeeper to be able to react when there's on a turnover and there's a multiple offensive players there. You're absolutely right. As a goalkeeper, you don't know which of those players to mark.
Tacoma right back with the equalizer. Logan Jones. It's 5-5.
All right. So this becomes that reoccurring nightmare for both coaches, just in terms of turnovers. We saw the Blast take the score off a turnover, and right back again. There you go, Romero with the shot. Now, he spills it, goalkeeper, and then on the spot is Romero takes this left-footed shot over here. Good save, but he spills it. And then on the spot right there is Logan Jones. And again, we talked about that just in terms of, get as many players as you can in the box. You never know what happens on rebounds and everything else. And Logan Jones right there puts it. And we're tied with 9:22 left.
First goal of the season for Jones. And for Rodriguez in goal for Baltimore, he knew what was about to happen. He just couldn't quite get there.
Again, it's tough when there's players in front of you, and his first thing is to save what you tell goalkeepers is your number one is to keep the ball out of the net. Number two is when you do make that save, try to get it away.
A nice slide tackle there by Kyle Rivers, and then a late whistle. Line changes by each team. Espinoza called for a foul. You see it right there against the boards.
Yeah.
Boy,
clattering up
energy in the buildings kind of picked up, huh? Baltimore back, but Tacoma's defense there. Beretta corrals the ball.
We got to see here is how clinical can the Stars get the ball out of the back? And then that's something in the first quarter they struggled with. They were able to figure it out, unlock the code, if you will. Third quarter they struggled again, and now in the fourth it's going to be critical. And this is part of those turnovers, is how can you take the ball from your goal box, get it across the midfield, regain possession as they just did, and then create some shots inside the opponents. I like what Romero's been real active right now. We saw him with that shot that was saved and spilled, but I like his movement. And
no whistle as down is Tyler John, and now they'll stop play because he is hurt and on the field. But wow, how is that not a foul on his takedown?
Well, you know, in order for there to be something, there can be contact, but advantage or disadvantage is.
We'll be back after this on MASL TV. .37 left in this one. Tacoma and Baltimore all knotted at 5. Sean Wally alongside Masvida Madeire. What a game so far.
Yeah, to answer your question as we went into the break and you said, how is it not a foul? The thing about indoor and actually soccer and a little bit of basketball, right? That's why this game is all that. It's a physical game. There's going to be contact. What you're looking for, advantage, disadvantage, or is there an encroachment or displacement by player to said player, if that makes sense. And that's what you're looking for. So sometimes you see the contact, but there is no displacement. You like that?
Very wise.
Well, I mean, that's just how the officiating goes. Absolutely. I do a little officiating on the side.
Chase Hansen hit with the foul, his third.
In all seriousness, fouls, sorry there, Sean. In all seriousness, fouls is something that they're just like turnovers. You have to be careful when and where you commit them.
Melo with the free kick into the corner. Chance for just a great foot save by Beretta. Right place, right time.
Yeah, Jairo Gueva made just a point-blank save, and Beretta point-blank shot, and Beretta with his left foot, like a goalkeeper, kept it out of there and keeps the score at 5-5. We're leveled at 5-5.
They say it in sports all the time, but it really is true. A game of inches.
Well, and also the other thing about soccer is that sometimes a good save is as good as a goal. And that's what you saw there.
Wow. You see Juan Pereira get taken down by Briscoe of Tacoma.
Yeah, and we just talked about fouls and be careful where and when you commit them.
First foul on Briscoe, 6:40 left.
It's not a bad foul out there because it gives you, this is what happens when you
The Stars an opportunity. Correa nothing doing. Rodriguez all over that.
Yeah, if you foul, way so far away, you can get your defense to set, and then maybe sometimes you can pop a transition rush there, Sean.
Ramos ahead to John. Ball loose. Baltimore able to kick it out momentarily. Hernandez with it for Tacoma to Ramos.
Nestor Hernandez, in the time that he's been there, has done a real good job of stabilizing the back line. The third quarter, we saw him a couple of times. And when you're moving forward, that is when you're pushing numbers forward, you want a player like Hernandez back there and just...
Wow. What a wind-up by Nestor Hernandez. Tried to send that one to the moon.
My man is real good. Defenders are fantastic at holding that line. As far as, that golazo, not so much. But that's okay. He's doing yeoman's work when he was in there. He's out now on the line change.
5:30 and counting left in this one. Who will get a very important goal to take the lead? Or will nobody, and we'll see some overtime action. 5:15 and counting. Rodriguez in goal for Baltimore. Baltimore into their attack zone, looking for a goal, and what a kick save by Beretta. Chad Porch was point blank. He couldn't get it home.
Chad Porch was poaching, and he was on the porch and got a shot on there. But to your point again, Sean, Beretta with this time was a right-footed save.
A rifle from Pereira, and another save by Beretta. Pereira again, and the defense is there. Alex Caceres in goal, blocking that one.
Yeah, Caceres was Johnny on the spot. We talked about this. When your goalkeeper goes out to make that save, you need somebody on the back line, and that's what Caceres was. He was able to clear the ball off the back line.
4:15 left. Furious action here on MASL TV.
Yeah, if you're a Stars fan, you're a little bit kind of, on your biting your nails, if you will, because what's happening here is Beretta is standing on his head and keeping this game at 5-5. The issue is that you, as the Stars, are not getting any type of possession, and they're on top of you. The Blast is, and you need to get the ball down at the other end and begin to take some shots here.
Tacoma with an opportunity. The shot blocked by Rodriguez.
And
Ramos was close.
And right on the spot. Left-footed shot by Ramos there, just as we're saying. You want the action down there away from your end, and now that's what you're seeing from the Stars.
Tacoma trying to find an open player. They were all bunched up in the corner. Now they're back toward midfield. Eddie Na has it. Ramos. Back to Hansen. Jones. as we approach 3 minutes left in this one. Using the boards and the glass in the corner now. Jones to Ramos, shot off Rodriguez.
Great save by Rodriguez there. You absolutely needed both hands out there to parry the ball out.
Romero's done good things for the Stars when he's been in there. That last shot blocked by Rodriguez. Baltimore an opportunity, and they take the lead. 6-5. Patrick Thompson finds the right side of the net.
Yeah, we knew it was coming just in terms of how many shots that Baltimore had been taking and kept on knocking on that door. And we talked about Beretta playing on his head. I mean, he really was. And sooner or later in this game, if you allow the opponent to take so many shots, that's what's going to happen. And when you take a look at this, this is just a really, he cuts inside, you get the heel pass there, and then the right-handed shot. So this goal might not stand because right now, what the Stars are going to do, they're going to challenge. And Sean will see this through and hear what the officials have to say.
Tacoma's challenging for too many men on the field. This is huge either way it goes. Either the goal is allowed and it's 6-5 Baltimore with 2:25 left, or the goal comes off the board.
Yeah, and so when you make this challenge, what Tacoma's taking a look at is the player up top on whether when he went on the line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see 6 players on the pitch right there, and that's what they're challenging.
We'll send it down to the field. And there is our official's call, and we'll send it down to him for the official word.
After further review, no goal, too many men on the field against Baltimore, 2-minute penalty.
Things go from great to bad for Baltimore.
I'd go bad to worse because you get the goal wiped out. Okay, that's okay, but it becomes a nightmare scenario because now you're down a man and you have 2:20 left in the game here. So really, the Stars' advantage, if you will. Now the issue, Sean, as we've seen, I believe this is their 3rd power play opportunity.
But can they do anything with it?
That's my point.
About time you have a point.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's taken me a moment.
Gosh. How about the staff of the Stars to be on that and notice there were 6 players on the field for Baltimore?
I'm surprised you didn't see that as being our mathematician guru.
Tacoma the man advantage. They will have a man advantage for the majority of the final 2 minutes and 5 seconds. 1:40 of it to be exact. If there ever was a time to take the lead and potentially win the game, it's now for the Stars.
Absolutely, and you've got Alex Casera playing the point there, and what you're trying to do is get somebody in the middle of the 4 players. And what you're looking at is can you sneak a pass and either it be a shot or can you go wide? And go wide, and again, you're looking to create just a shot here. And the 4 players are going to move almost as a full.
And there is the go-ahead goal. The Tacoma Stars off a deflection. Tyler and John with the goal, 6-5 Stars.
And again, when we look at the replay, that's exactly what we were talking about in terms of you're going to go back and forth, kind of like rinse cycle. You're going to use the person in the point in between the 4 defenders. And what you do is you get your point guy to go back. And then, oh, you know what? That is an absolute You get the shot. Let's see if there's a deflection here.
Yeah, Tyler John.
Yeah, but give Cox an absolute for taking this shot here, and then John opens up his left foot, and it's critical because he opens up his left foot just enough to direct the ball past the keeper. If his left foot is not, that's going to go wide. So it's almost like a wall pass, and you have to just enough.
So you have to wonder if that was a plan for the Stars. Did Cox think that were he and John on the same page, or did John do that on his own? The sixth attacker is on for Baltimore, and it is Sela.
And we saw this last night, but we'll have to get to your point in the postgame there, Sean. Oh.
John gets another goal, an open net goal. Tacoma with a 7-5 lead, just over a minute left.
Well, it's not always how you start, but it is how you finish. So, I don't know, do you got a hat to throw on there? Because that's his third goal for the hat trick. And when you have the extra attacker, these passes from one player for the blast to the point has to be spot on. Otherwise, you see it again, and it's a slowing pass, and John just sprints over there, seizes the moment, right-footed, golazo.
Third goal of the night for Tyler John. Great job by Julian Reinhardt, our spotter up here, keeping us knowing what is happening. And Baltimore scores, and they're in the game now with just under a minute left.
Yeah, there is just no, Chad Porsche right there with the right-footed shot. I mean, here we go. We talked about opportunities. We talked about bad passes. And Baltimore does one. Seattle does one. Tacoma does one, if you will. Thank you very much.
Seattle's here too? The Sounders?
Well, no, not the Sounders.
We've got some former Sounders players here.
Tacoma, Seattle, you know this West Coast, but this is the Tacoma Stars lead 6-7 right now.
46 seconds left, 7-6. Baltimore inching closer. They got a goal super quickly. Can they do it again?
Well, I mean, said Seattle, said Tacoma. We forgot to say Kent. Right, because we are in the ShoWare Center in the Kent area. And you know what, real quickly, I do want to bring up the point that you showed off camera just in terms of the flooding that's going on and things like that. So we know we appreciate the fans that are taking a moment to, to watch this game.
Yeah, if you are in the Pacific Northwest, and man, it's been a week of nothing but rain, and there's major flooding all over the Pacific Northwest, and over 100,000 people displaced. And man, it's a real world problem, and it's legit life problems. But hopefully the rains dry today, so hopefully the rivers will start receding and we can get back to rebuilding and getting everything back on track. As it is a 7-6 game. Fans here in Tacoma loving that because it does say 6-7 on the scoreboard. What even does that mean? A whole lot of nothing to me. 46 seconds left. Tacoma clinging to a 1-goal lead. 13 goals tonight. Only 5 last night in the 3-2 Tacoma win. Baltimore has removed the goalie. They have the 6th attacker out. They have 43 seconds left. They need a goal. "35 seconds left. Sela with it, the extra attacker. 30 seconds. He sends it to the corner. Baltimore can't get it. Tacoma kicks it out. Sela chasing it down. Tacoma. 20 seconds left. Tacoma. The Stars kick it toward their net. The ball bounces in for the 8th goal of the night. And and will steal the victory for the Stars. 8-6 with 12 seconds left. Tacoma breathes a sigh of relief, sending that ball bouncing. It was none other than Logan Jones. You see it just bouncing its way into the goal. 8-6 Tacoma as they look to stay undefeated on the new young MASL season. Fans loving that here in Tacoma. Final seconds of this one tick down. Baltimore, nothing they can do about it. The horn sounds. The Tacoma Stars win it 8-6 over Baltimore, and shockingly stay undefeated against the Blast. A 6-0 record for Tacoma against Baltimore. All 6 games here at the ShoWare Center. Tacoma was down early in this one, but the second half, fourth quarter to be exact, was big for the Stars. They win it 8-6 to improve to 2-0 on the season, and now have a week to rest. More home cooking next Saturday right here from the ShoWare Center, and there is head coach Alex Becker. All smiles for Tacoma as the team celebrates the fans, waves to the crowd. The 8-6 victory for the Stars. We send it down to Masvita Madariere, who has none other than a 3-goal scorer, Tyler John, waiting down on the field.
Well, fans, let's head down the field where Masvita is standing by with Tyler John. Masvita.
All right, an exciting finish here. 8-6 the Stars. Tyler, 2 games. You guys take a 2-0 to start the season. What's that?
It feels great. You know, we knew it was going to be a big change this year, and we had to raise the level, and that's what we did. So we got to keep it going the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's always about the team, but when a player scores a hat trick, tell us about your first hat trick.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, there was a lot of times last year where I got 2 goals, so finally good to get the hat trick, and yeah, it's great.
Tell me about the 3rd goal, because you kind of stole it and got a breakdown. What's that like, wide open net?
Hey, it's that high press. It's that high press and just, yeah, open goal. Hope it goes in.
Yeah, is there any pressure in terms of there's no goal there? You got to look for the calibration?
Yeah, a little bit. When you're moving that fast, yeah, you got to make sure it goes in. So, yeah, that's what I hope it did.
What do you say to the fans that have came out this for the last couple of days? What do you say to the Stars fans?
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming out, and hopefully we see you at some more games.
All right, we're going to take it up to the booth. Thanks, Tyler.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Masvita, and thank you, Tyler John.
Thank you, Masvita. Tyler John, 3 goals on the night. Tacoma, the win. They improved to 2-0. They win at 8-6. Back to wrap things up here on MASL TV.
John with 3 goals, putting up at 3 goals for the season.
fans get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook, Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Wow, what a game. The Tacoma Stars win it 8-6 over Baltimore to stay undefeated in the history of their matches against the Baltimore Blast. They are now 6-0 against the Blast. 3 goals from Tyler John tonight. You just interviewed him on the field. Got to be a great feeling for these guys tonight for Tacoma.
Well, it's a great feeling on 2 accounts. Like, first of all, you start off the season 2-0, and that's something that Coach yesterday talked about in terms of, hey, you know what? It's been a long off season, and they were intentional about off to a good start. And then, of course, Tyler John being, a good teammate. He said it was most important to get the win. But, we talked about that. He said, you know what? A couple times last year, there were times when I scored 2 goals, and then he gets the 3rd one. And then I like what he said. He said, you know what? On the open goals, that it's actually harder. You're a little bit more nervous there, but he gets the hat trick. To your point, the Tacoma Stars pull this off, the win. What a way to start the weekend.
Another reason to come out to a Tacoma Stars game is you saw a bunch of people on the field. Those are fans that get to go onto the field, meet the players, get autographs, as we now transition to some highlights throughout this game, and there were a lot of them. 14 goals scored.
Yeah, so where are we at? There you go. This is the Stars' first goal, and it's just an absolute goal there by Alex Caceres. And the coach talked about, what he's looking for from the veteran leadership. And you saw that in this game, and we're going to see more highlights here. And this is going to be Michael Ramos here from Caceres on the assist. So they go up 2-1 here, and you think it's all good, but Sean.
Baltimore didn't give up. They didn't go away. And, man, the 3rd quarter for Baltimore, they were on fire.
Yeah, so Baltimore scores, they come out here, Jonathan Mello gets a goal there. It's 3-4, and they actually tied on Juan Pereira's goal. And then we go back to the Stars also there making that goal, and that's Nestor Hernandez. And this is the goal, the Baltimore goal fest that we're talking about here, Sean. And that's the real good goal there by Juan Pereira.
Whatever they ate, drank, or maybe the message from David Boscombe, the head coach for Baltimore, it was working in that 3rd quarter for Baltimore.
It was working, and you and I talked about it a little bit. We saw we see the goal here by Mike Ramos, and we talked about it in terms of the Stars were laboring a little bit. They were heavy-footed. They were chasing the game. They're playing too much defense, but this goal by Ramos really kind of helped, the Stars kind of get back into it, feel a bit more confident. That's something the coach talked about, the team needing to be confident and stay within the game plan.
The game is 4 quarters for a reason. And here, turnovers have been huge, too.
Well, Jonathan Mello, he cleans the pocket here, and give him credit for being, Jonatas on the spot. Just a real good shot here. And turnovers. Self-inflicted wounds in any sport that you play. The less you have of them, the better chance you have to win.
And if there's one thing that Coach Adam Becker for the Stars can point to that they need to improve on, it's those turnovers and not turning the ball over, because bad things happen when they've done that in 2 games.
Well, and it's specifically on your end of the pitch. It's okay to lose the ball down at the other end, but when you're trying to clear the ball out of your pitch, out of your end, up the pitch, and you're unable to do that, it's going to cost you. And then we see another Baltimore goal here, and that one you thought the keeper was out of position here, but Sean, take a look at this, because he's wide open. Well,
Beretta thought the ball was loose momentarily, which it might have been, but I would have liked to see him stay against the post.
But it's difficult there because Juan Pereira, he needs help from there, and then Baltimore gets another one. So give Baltimore credit because, they were absolutely Guevara gets this goal. They were absolutely intent on, erasing that winless streak against them.
Quite the comeback for Tacoma. They're big in the fourth quarter when they need it.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach will be happy about, the comeback, but I'm sure he'll also have something to say about, why did we have to make this comeback? So you're going to talk about, when you've got that 4-2 lead, how can we play ahead? Because that's a learned behavior with teams as well, playing with the lead.
Join us next Saturday for the next Tacoma Stars home game, 6:05. The Empire Strikers in town. The Tacoma Stars win this one, 8-6 over the Baltimore Blast. Thank you for joining us on MASL TV. For Masvita Mariere, Julian Reinhart, the spotter extraordinaire, Tom keeping everything on point in the booth. Everybody here on our MASL TV broadcast crew, thank you for joining us. Tacoma gets the win. They're 2-0 on the season. Have a great night.